Hey guys, it's Demi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're just joining us now, welcome! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a video that has been requested for the last 2 years and I've never done it. And there's a few reasons why I've never done it. I'll talk about it in this video, but this is going to be a tips and tricks on how to have a successful YouTube channel. Now I say that like, ugh, and that's one of the reasons that I never done this, is because I think it's very hard to measure your own success. And to me, you know, success means a load of different things, and success means different things to everybody. But for me, I think I got to the point where I realised that I'd been doing this financially for 2 years and made over £100,000 through my YouTube channel and social media platforms. That's when the point and the realisation came for me that I can actually sit here and say that I do think I have made a success of my social media platforms, and there's definitely things in which I've done to enhance the way that I've made money online and to enhance the growth of my channels. It hasn't all been luck, and I wanted to sit down and share all of that with you today. So if you have an aspiration to grow social media platforms or to start earning on social media, then I think you're really going to benefit from this video. But yeah, so without further rat-a-tat-tat, we are just going to get into the video. Now I'm going to break this video down into different sections because I feel like there's a lot of different sections that I can talk about within this video, and this is a question that I get asked on the daily basis. Do you have any advice for growing a YouTube channel? What's your advice? How did you do it? And honestly, it's a question that I used to think over and over again 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I used to sit in my bed at night and think, how do these people do it? How are these people living their best life, being social media influencers, vlogging their life, being YouTubers? Like, I used to be so incredibly jealous of everybody who was able to do this as a career, until I kind of started turning that mindset around and realizing that actually, instead of sitting on my bed and dwelling over the fact that I want to be a YouTuber, get up off my arse and start actually creating the content and push myself out there. And that's exactly what I've done, and 2 years down the line I have got a successful business creating content online, which I am just so incredibly proud of. It's something that I never ever thought I'd be able to do, being from a really small little city in Newcastle, and you know, not really thinking that there was the opportunities up here for social media growth, and not really thinking that I'd ever be able to do this full time, and kind of having this mindset of like, that's never going to be you, that's not going to happen to you, to changing that all around and thinking, well, why isn't it going to happen to me? It's not going to happen to me if I sit there and have them beliefs, but it is going to happen to me if I actually would get up off my arse, create content, try and really push my channel and social media out there and get my name out there. And yeah, 2 years later, I couldn't be more grateful for the opportunities that I've had these last 2 years, and I really want to be able to share all the knowledge that I've learned over the last 2 years with you. And hopefully, if you're sitting there with the same dreams that I had 2 years ago, this can be you in 2 years time, sharing your tips and tricks with other people. So before we get into this video, I want to say a huge thank you to anybody who's ever subscribed to my channel, engaged in any of my content, whether it's been a thumbs up, a thumbs down, whether you're haters but you still watch my content. You really are helping my content get onto the algorithm, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you so much for your continuous love and support. I will forever ever be grateful. And yeah, today I'm going to be sharing with you how I've managed to successfully monetize my social media platforms and earn a substantial amount of money. So let's get into the sections of this video. Now I want to start off by saying, when I started my social media channels, I had no following on any platforms, and I feel like when people make these videos, quite a lot of the time people had blogs or Instagram accounts that were really followed by a lot of people, and it made them easier to have a following because they already had a following on one platform, so all they had to do is move that following over to another platform. But when I tell you I had absolutely no following, I had no following when I started on social media. So I want to make that clear, because I think that's such an important thing to know, that I literally did start from the bottom and work my way up to where I am now, which I'm so proud of, the fact that I've been able to do that by myself. When I started, I knew absolutely nobody in this industry, so I didn't have anybody to get tips and tricks from. I kind of met all my social media friends through doing social media, and as I started going to events and stuff like that. So I literally did start from the bottom. I started with no social media friends and worked my way up by myself, and yeah, I think that that is important to let you know, because I know that if someone was making one of these videos 2 years ago and I was sitting there watching it, I honestly would have thought in my head, yeah, but you know this person and this person helped you grow, or you got advice from this amazing YouTuber, or you already had a blog, so your people who read your blog went over to your YouTube channel. All these things I definitely would have thought over the last few years, but I literally didn't have any of that. I started with nothing, just a regular person with no social media following who grew to a substantial amount in which I was able to make a living from it. So I just want to put that out there. Personally, for me, I think it's really important to have a motive to want to do YouTube. Now, your motive could be money orientated. I don't think there's anything wrong with people saying that they want to start YouTube for the financial gain, because let's be real, we all say the life that influencers live, and not gonna lie, who wouldn't want to earn a substantial amount of money from doing what they love? A lot of people want that. So I think when influencers sit there and say, well, don't start for the money, I've definitely said it in the past, I've definitely said don't start influencing for the money. It is true. If you start purely based on money focused goals, then I think it is going to be harder for you to grow, because I think anybody who comes across your social media will be able to tell that, and it may have a lack of engagement. But that doesn't mean don't have money goals in your vision for your YouTube channels or your social media channels, because they definitely are a huge part of why people want to start social media. And you know, they definitely are a huge part of why people want to start social media. So definitely don't take them out your vision completely, but don't make them the sole focus. The sole focus for me when I started my YouTube channel was to have people who had the same interests as me, followers, and just to entertain people. I've always been this dramatic, over-the-top child, and one of my best friends, Abby, will tell you that she has for the longest time always called me dramatic. I am so dramatic about everything, and I just have this passion to want to entertain people. And I did theatre school all my life, and that never really went anywhere for us, because I get a little bit stage fright when I get on stage and kind of freeze, and I'm a little bit shit at acting. But I've had some really fun experiences through my acting when I was younger. But I knew I always wanted to entertain people, but I never knew how I wanted to entertain people. And then when I started watching a lot of YouTube channels, some of the people that I would watch growing up, obviously the normals like Zoella, I watched Sophie Louise a hell of a lot before I even started my YouTube channel. Fabulous Hannah was someone who I watched a lot before I started my channel. Emily Canham, Roxasaurus, and all of them people, or a lot of them, I'm actually friends with or talk to now, which is absolutely crazy. But they were people who I grew up watching and really inspired by what they'd done, and thought that the fact they were vlogging their life and people were watching them, they were trying on clothes in front of people, was just like a whole world of like, what the fuck to me. And I couldn't actually believe that people were making a living from this. And I think when I got into my first job after leaving school, it was a 9-to-5 office job, which I absolutely hated. I was quite lucky in the fact that that job wasn't really a busy job, so it gives us a lot of time to focus on my future and what I wanted to do in the future. And that for me was entertaining people, and the way that I kind of thought was going to be the best option for me to do that was through social media, because I didn't need to, you know, go to any extravagant auditions. I just had to post content that I thought people would enjoy, that I thought people would like, and you know, ultimately if that content got seen, that would be the start of my social media career. And honestly, that's the mindset that I had for the first year of doing YouTube, and that's the mindset that got us to where I am. Post content that I enjoy, hopefully other people enjoy it, and from there I can start growing and expanding my social media career. Now, to do this, you might be thinking, well, what type of equipment do you need? Now, there is 3 main platforms in which you can monetize online these days. You've got YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. So they are the 3 main platforms that I think it is important to grow all together if you're wanting to start social media. Don't focus on one platform. You have to keep all of your platforms up to date. All of your platforms you continuously have to be producing content on to keep the engagement going. Now, when we talk about what type of equipment will you need, if you're having a YouTube channel, then a camera will be useful. However, I started and used my phone camera for 1.5 years and I had no problems with it. The one thing I will say that I think you would need to invest in though is good lighting. So I have 2 softbox lights and 2 ring lights which I use. I'm currently only using my softbox lights, but you can purchase both of these from Amazon, and I will have some links below. But I think it's so important to have good lighting, because unless you can film in natural daylight, a lot of the time videos will look dark and dull, and when someone clicks on a video, if they can't clearly see see it, or if the lighting just looks shit, they're more than likely going to click off, which isn't what you want, because that's not how you're going to grow a channel. So the only piece of equipment I would say to invest in is lighting and a tripod. So a tripod will just give your phone a better positioning when you're watching videos, so you can obviously set it up directly like in front of you, and it'll give you that better positioning for your videos. So I think them two things are the main things you need. And then if you do start gaining through social media, I would then suggest you invest in a camera, but I definitely don't think it's an initial investment you need to make. As for editing software, if you're using an iPhone, or if you had access to an iMac or an iPad, then I use iMovie to edit, and still to this day I use iMovie to edit. I've never moved over to Final Cut Pro. I just hate learning new things, and I'm not willing to take the time out of my day to learn how to use Final Cut Pro. iMovie works well for me, so I'm going to just use iMovie. So I use iMovie to edit all my videos, and then I do have an app on my phone which is called Videoleap. Sometimes I use that as well. If there's like things that I can't do on iMovie, I will use Videoleap, which I think I do pay for. I think it's $3.99 a month to get like a more premium membership with more features. So yeah, editing software, if you have a Apple product available, then you will be able to use iMovie for free. If you don't, then I can't really give you any more recommendations, because I don't really know. Final Cut Pro is really good, but it is expensive, and I don't think it's an investment you want to make unless you are financially gaining from social media. But there probably is cheaper ones out there, but that's something you'd have to look into yourself, because like I said, I'm really sorry, but I don't know. When you're starting a YouTube channel or a TikTok account, you need to start thinking of what type of content you're going to be creating, and how you are going to get that content seen, and how that content is going to be relatable to other people. Now, there's a few little tips that I definitely done when I started both my TikTok and YouTube. Now, I started TikTok when it was Musical.ly, and that's how I got verified on TikTok, when it was Musical.ly. I basically posted every single day on Musical.ly, and I would post relatable, funny content that people would watch and engage with and enjoy. And that's how I grew my Musical.ly. I think I grew to 200,000, and then I kind of stopped using it, and now that it's TikTok, my account is dead. I keep meaning to make another one, but I just haven't really got around to it yet. But anyway, when it comes to YouTube, it's a little bit different, because the content you produce on YouTube does have to be a bit more lengthy, it does have to be a bit more in-depth, and I think it does have to have more of a story to it than a TikTok video does. So you have to kind of find if there's going to be a particular niche you want to post about. Do you want to be a travel vlogger? Do you want to be a fashion YouTuber? Do you want to be a lifestyle YouTuber? Whatever that niche is, you have to kind of find it and figure out from that niche what type of content you're going to post. So for example, if you decide you're going to be a fashion channel, and then what type of fashion are you going to post about? Are you going to post about affordable fashion, plus size fashion, sustainable fashion? You need to kind of understand in your mind, and I would definitely recommend at this point drawing mind maps and mood boards of what you want to project on your YouTube channel, because I think to have a plan, you're definitely going to then have a more organized channel, which is definitely going to help you in the long run and give you a more structured plan to your social. One of the huge important things on a YouTube channel and on a TikTok is showing personality. I know when you start any social media, a lot of people feel shy, and they kind of tuck themselves away, or they're kind of a bit more reserved. And in my first few videos on YouTube, I definitely was more reserved, because I just felt shy and I didn't know who could come across the video. But at the end of the day, this is an entertainment platform. People click on YouTube videos, or they scroll on TikTok or Instagram when they're bored. They're doing it for entertainment, likewise why they turn the telly on. Therefore, if you're going to sit there and be really quiet and not really have an engaging personality, people are going to click off. This is an entertainment job, and I think that is one of the things that people kind of forget and kind of think, oh, I just want to vlog my life. But if you vlogging your life isn't entertaining, you're not going to gain a following from that. And that isn't me being a bitch, that's just me telling you the hard facts as it is. You have to be entertaining. People have to be intrigued by you in some way. Is it the way you look? Is it the fashion sense? Is it your weirdness? Like, what about you intrigues other people, and that's why they're gonna stay. So this is an entertainment job, so if you feel you are not cut out to entertain people, then this probably isn't going to be the job for you. Find something that you do, or you as a person likes, that you can relay onto your channel that people will enjoy. So for example, such a tiny little marketing thing that I have on my channel is the first 10 seconds of a video is how you're going to engage your audience. So when I first started my channel, one of the most engaging things that I would ever do is sing my intro. So my intro is welcome, and people were intrigued by that. Not many people sing their intro, so people would stay on the video, because it kind of made us have that bubbly personality the minute you clicked on the video, and kind of showed you what type of personality I had. This is so important for when people are clicking on your videos, because when you think, people have short attention spans, so when they click on your video, that first 30 seconds has to be entertaining as hell. That's why you'll see a lot of YouTubers will have funny clips from throughout the video at the beginning of the video, and then it'll go to the intro screen and then the actual video will begin, because that first 30 seconds is what is going to engage the audience to stay. So that is super, super important. Make sure the first 30 seconds of your video is the best, most entertaining 30 seconds of your entire life. Once you start uploading content, you have to engage with anybody who engages with your content. So for example, if you have uploaded a YouTube video and you get 2 comments, reply to them 2 comments. It not only does this help with the algorithm, not only does this help your video get recommended because it looks like it's got more engagement, but it also makes the person who's commented feel good. Oh my god, that person's commented, they've replied to us. And then if somebody else clicks on that video and sees that you're replying all the comments, they're more than likely going to comment, which can help your engagement. And then the next video upload, people are more than likely going to watch it because they know you engage back with them, and people like it when you engage back. So engagement is a really huge part of how you can grow your YouTube channel. When someone is clicking on your video, you want them to go from watching one of your videos to watching all of the videos you've ever uploaded. Okay, so I'm being dramatic. Not many people have probably got the attention span to watch all your videos, especially if you've got a lot, but you want people to want more of you. So for example, you want them to click on your video and you want them to think, oh, she's quite interesting, I like her, she's like me, she reminds us of myself, she's weird, I want to know more about her. You want them to stalk you on Instagram, find your TikTok, you want them to want more of you. So you've got to think, how am I going to make people who watch my channel want more of me? That is a huge thing, and it's quite hard to do because a lot of the time we downgrade ourselves, we hate ourselves, we think, oh god, we're not about that life today, like, oh, but you've got to make people want more of you to get a successful social media. You want to make them subscribe, you want to make them want to know what's happening in your life. That is so, so important. Now the tips and tricks for this is a little bit harder because I do think ultimately it's about being yourself, and if people relate to that, they're going to stay. But that is important. Try and make people want more of you, they want to stay, and they quite like the content that you're producing. Another thing that I want to say is when you are starting early on in your career, it is so, so, so important to show appreciation for the followers that you do have. So if you hit 1,000 followers on Instagram or TikTok, show appreciation for them 1,000 people, because 1,000 people is a hell of a lot of people. Like, imagine standing in front of 1,000 people. Can you imagine that? Probably, but my little brain can't, because that is a hell of a lot of people. So show appreciation for every single milestone. 100 people, 50 people, 20 people following you. Every milestone is a big milestone when it comes to social media, and show appreciation for that, because the more appreciation you show, the more people are going to really appreciate the fact you appreciate them. So appreciation is a good point. So now we've talked about how you start your YouTube channel and key facts that you need to know. We are then going to go on about finding your niche and finding what works for you, and finding the content that is going to work for you best. I've been filming for 19 minutes already. Jesus Christ. You know something I've realised if I've got an adult? Time goes so quick. In the blink of an eye, it's been an hour. Where does time go? I don't know. Okay, so I briefly talked on this at the beginning, but when you're starting a social media platform, you have to understand what works for you and find a niche. Now, I don't think it is the be all and end all to have a niche for your YouTube channel, because I wouldn't say I particularly have a niche. I post whatever the hell I want. Sit down, chatty videos, haul videos, vlogs on my second channel, but you know, I post what I want, and that is fine. That in itself is a niche because it's lifestyle. That's what my channel is. It's lifestyle. Whatever I'm doing, you're doing, because it's my life and this is my lifestyle. So having a niche isn't so important, but I do think it will give you a structure, and it'll help you give you a better idea of what brands you can work with as well. So there is things in which you have to do on YouTube to help your channel grow, and one of the main things that I would say helped my channel grow is following trends. Now, I hate it as much as you when every YouTuber and their mom jumps on a trend that everybody's doing. Your subscription box gets filled with the same video but just a different face. It gets a little bit repetitive and it's quite annoying ultimately, but it's so important for anybody on social media to jump on trends, because the way that it works, for example, we're going to use Saffron Barker as an example because she's a big YouTuber who has quite a substantial following. But if Saffron does a video that goes viral and it's trending, Anybody who does that video after her that has the same title, similar thumbnail, blah blah blah, they're gonna more than likely be recommended under her video. So it helps smaller creators like myself out to gain a following if I jump on a trend that a bigger YouTuber has also done, because I'm more than likely going to be recommended under theirs. And that helped me on so many occasions. The worst rated nail salon video, the worst rated makeup artist videos, the food challenge videos, all of them trends really helped my channel grow because I was being recommended under bigger influencers who are also doing the same trend. So unless you feel really uncomfortable and you don't want to do the trends, fair enough, but if you want to grow your channel, it's a really great way to grow your channel. However, it is a bit annoying when there's no trends trending, because then you're a bit like, shit, what am I going to post? I no longer have any trends to copy and I have to think of original content. This is hard. But yeah, if you see a trend that you feel comfortable on jumping on, jump on that trend, but also jump on that trend as soon as you possibly can. Timing is key. Don't jump on the trend 2 months later when the trend's dead, because you're not going to get anywhere. Jump on the trend as it is trending. You'll more than likely get engagement from doing that. Algorithms also really like this as well. So algorithms will pick up on trending videos, and then they will pick up on videos that are similar to trending videos, so they will push your video out as well. So it's really important, if you can, to jump on trends. More tips to growing a YouTube channel. Consistency is key. Algorithms love consistency. If you don't know what an algorithm is kind of the behind the scenes of a social media. The algorithm is what decides if a video is going to do well or not, and it's the behind the scenes of a social media account. So Instagram has an algorithm, TikTok has one, and so does YouTube. Basically any social media will more than likely have an algorithm of some sort. Consistency is key, so it's so important to be consistent on any social media. All the algorithms like consistency, and social media platforms like it when you're consistent. So for example, on YouTube, you should be aiming to post 2 or more videos a week if you want to hit the trending page and if you want to hit people's recommendations. The algorithm will not pick you up if you're posting 1 video every month, 1 video every week. It's just not enough. They want you to be more consistent than that. On TikTok, I would say you need to be aiming to post a video a day, if not 2 to 3 videos a day. It's a lot of work. Doing social media is not easy, and I think it's definitely underestimated a lot, and I think a lot of people have, you know, mixed views on it, but it's not easy, and it does take work, commitment and consistency. And on Instagram, you want to be posting 12 or more story posts a day, 1 main feed post a day, and 1 reel or Instagram TV, which is a hell of a lot of content, but that's how Instagram's algorithm works. It likes you to be consistent, and it wants you to be using all of the features available on the platform, or else it really struggles to push your content if you're not being consistent. I've got cramp. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, I've got cramp. If Sean can hear us downstairs, you think I'm giving birth. I'm not giving birth, Sean, I've just got cramp. Imagine if I started giving birth on this video. This video would go from something to absolutely something else. Okay, I think it's gone. Another really important factor when you're creating content is, especially on YouTube, thumbnails. Thumbnails are like the flyer for your movie. You've created this movie, this 10-minute significant masterpiece movie. You need to hand out the flyers. You want everybody to see the movie. The flyer has to be eye-catching, engaging, and people want to look at it. That's exactly what your thumbnail is on YouTube. Don't make it boring. Don't make the colours pastel. Make them bright. Use a red arrow. YouTube loves a red arrow. Use bright colours, engaging faces, weird. Just, you need that thumbnail to look good. That thumbnail is your flyer for your movie, so remember that when you're creating your thumbnails. Big text, engaging arrows, shocked faces. It's all about the engagement on a thumbnail. Like I said and touched on earlier, the first 20 seconds or 30 seconds of your video has to be the most engaging part of that video, and people are going to click on that video and they have to be like, you have to shock them, give them some shock factor, make them laugh, make them want to stay on the video. Because if you click on a video and it's all of a sudden just like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel, today I'm going to be showing you what's in my handbag, who's going to stay for that? I'd be clicked off, my mum would be clicked off, my dog would be clicked off. You need to make it engaging, because like I said, and I've said many times before, this is an entertainment platform, so you need to entertain. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to to talk about is when people get set on something, they tend to focus on one thing. So for example, if you want to be a YouTuber, you put all of your time and effort into YouTube, but that's not the way to go. You have to use all social media platforms available to get yourself out there. So for example, when I was growing my YouTube channel and growing my Musical.ly channel, I was kind of growing both these channels hand in hand. So I was doing kind of funny, relatable, short content on Musical.ly, and then I was posting longer videos with my personality on YouTube, and that's kind of how both of them social media platforms for me grew hand in hand. So don't just think, well, I don't want to be a TikTok star, so I'm not going to post on TikTok. TikTok's algorithm is actually the best in getting your name and your word and your brand out there. So you really don't want to dismiss it, and you really want to be posting on all social media platforms available to you, because it is going to help you and give you a better chance of getting seen. So all platforms, please. Okay, so this is something that I see a lot of small creators doing, and I just want to tell you how bad it is. Don't fall for fake followers and fake engagement. So buying followers isn't the only way to fake engagement and fake followers. When I was up and coming as an influencer, I would get asked to join support groups, and it would be like group chats of 20 to 30 to 40 to sometimes even 100 people that everybody would post in the chat once they uploaded a new piece of content, and then everybody within that chat would then go and comment on that content to help the engagement. This is actually fake engagement and a fake following, because the people following you don't actually have an interest in your posts, and they don't actually enjoy your content. They're not the type of followings you want. It might seem fine at the time to have that, but YouTube and Instagram are catching on to these type of things and are kind of slowly shadow banning accounts that they're realizing that use these. It's not true engagement, and that type of thing isn't going to help you grow a substantial, sustainable YouTube channel or Instagram. And it's like when people do follow for follow on YouTube and stuff like that, that type of thing doesn't work, and it isn't sustainable, and it's not an organic way of growing a following. So stay away from these. They're just as bad as fake accounts, and they're definitely not worth it in my opinion, because you don't want to put all this hard work and effort into your account to find out when you actually do start getting an organic following, you're shadow banned because of what you used to do when you were a smaller creator. Okay, so now I've talked about how to grow, how to find your niche, and how to start a channel. We're going to talk about, once you've established all of them things, how do you monetize your channels? How do you actually start earning from social media? Now we all know YouTubers and influencers can make a great deal of money, but how do they do it? How do they actually make money from social media? There's lots of ways. Some which are quite the obvious, some ways which you might have heard of, brand collaborations and stuff like that, but then there's ways which actually aren't talked about as much. So I'm going to quickly talk through very briefly all the ways in which social media influencers make money. I have got a more in-depth video on this which I'll link below. This is just a brief of how they make money. So on YouTube, you have YouTube AdSense, which is the adverts that you see on people's YouTube channels. Sometimes at the beginning, middle and end, you will see an advert flash up. This is what a YouTuber makes money on, and this is called AdSense money. Now, to have an AdSense account, I do believe you have to have 4,000 watch time views and 1,000 subscribers. You do also have to be approved on a YouTube's partnership program. If you're not approved on the partnership program, you won't be able to earn money through AdSense. But this is quite a sustainable chunk of money. I actually did a full video on how much I made through my AdSense last year, which I'll have linked below if you're interested in that. But yeah, it's a really sustainable chunk of money, and it all depends on the views that you get, depends on how much AdSense money you're going to make. But if you're rolling in a consistent amount of views, it can be quite a good chunk of money. And then another way to earn money on YouTube is through brand partnerships or sponsorships. You'll probably know of these if you watch YouTubers. More than likely they do some sort of ads in their videos. This is another great way for YouTubers to earn money. On Instagram, the only real way to earn money is through AdSense partnerships. They don't have kind of like an AdSense or anything like that yet, but maybe they will in the future. You alright? What are you doing? Oh, isn't he cute? Thank you. So yeah, I forgot where I was now. Sean surprised us with a little coffee. What was I doing? Where was I up to? Oh, Instagram. Yes, yeah, so as of yet, Instagram, the only real way to make money is through advert. So on Instagram, the only real way to make money at the moment is through brand sponsorships, and yeah, this is a great way to make money, and it is my highest earner for making money each month. And then TikTok. So on TikTok, you can make money through the Creator Fund, which I don't know much about, because honestly, I'm on it, and I've made like 300 quid on it, which I didn't even know. It's like sitting there, and I was like, oh, But yeah, I think you have to have 1,000 followers, and I think again you do have to be accepted onto the creator fund, but this could be false, so maybe check that, but I think you do. And then also on TikTok you can do brand sponsorships as well to earn money. Another way that creators earn money is through affiliate links. So for example, if I'm doing a clothing haul and I'm showing off this top, then I can go on to a whole different bunch of websites and create an affiliate link for this top. Now, not every single clothing store or every single brand is part of an affiliateship website, but most of them are. So for example, if I'm shopping on Boohoo, I would use Shop Style Collective to then create myself an affiliate link so that I'm able to monetize the links and the clothes that I'm showing. So there's a few platforms in which affiliate links are really popular. The Shop Style Collective, Reward Style, Magic Links, and Amazon Affiliates. They're the 4 that I use. I'll have them linked below. I think some of them you do have to apply to be part of the program, and you do have to be accepted. I think Magic Links, you can use it if you're an influencer, or if you're not, I think anybody can use it, but I could be wrong. But yeah, affiliate links is a great way to earn money, and when I'm having a good month, or if I produce quite a lot of hauls that month, I can earn up to £1,000 upwards just from affiliate links. They're definitely worth doing. I remember when I was like a smaller YouTuber, I could never be asked to do affiliate links because they do take quite a lot of time to create all the links for the different products, and I could never really be bothered to do it, to be honest, and I missed out on quite a lot of money because quite a lot of my hauls used to go viral and get a lot of views, and I could have made a shit ton of money on them and I didn't. So don't underestimate the power of an affiliate link. Another way in which social media influencers can earn money is through merchandise, bringing out merchandise with a partner company who will produce it on your behalf, you promote it and you get a percentage of the sales, or bringing out your own brand is a really amazing way to make money. I know Elle Darby brought out Angel Elle, which is a really amazing brand. It's a clothing loungewear brand which she has made into this hugely sustainable clothing brand, which I believe brings her in quite a lot of money each month. So if you are starting to grow a social media platform and it's always been a dream to have a clothing brand, a jewelry brand, a makeup brand, whatever it is, start looking into it, because once you've got a following, you already have a customer base. You know, take advantage of that and use that to your advantage and have your own brand if it's something that you want. Obviously, a lot of own brands do take investment, so you will have to have a bit of money to invest in the brand initially, but there is ways you can do it through wholesale and stuff where you don't need the initial as much investment. Another way which creators earn money, which I think is a little less talked about, but it's definitely something that's earned me quite a substantial amount of money over the last 2 years, is creating content for brands, but that's not going to be posted on your social media. So for example, if Boohoo wanted me to do a fashion video for them, it's not actually going to be posted on any of my social medias, but they've seen the type of work that I produce, so they could ask us to produce something for them so that they can post it. Now, I have made £5,000 and upwards from doing this type of work before. So brands will come to us who I've heard of, they'll ask us to create content for their channels in which they'll post, and I don't have to post anything but only create the content. So this is another way in which you can make money as a social media influencer, and it's definitely been a sustainable way that I've made money in the past. Anyway, so this is everything that I feel like is give you the rundown of how to make money as a social media influencer. I really wanted to sit down and have a chat with you about this because it's a question that I get in my inbox daily. How did you start? How do you make money? How do you get people to watch your videos? So I feel like I've given you all the tips and tricks that I possibly can, but I'm going to do a part 2 of this video because I do feel there's going to be quite a lot of questions on the back of this video. So all you have to do is leave your question in the comments below. I may answer it in the comments if I feel like, you know, it's just a quick answer, I'll answer it in the comments, but I'm more better at explaining things through my voice, through talking. So what I will probably do is do part 2 of this video, and I will probably do like a question and answer on all the stuff that you feel I didn't cover in this video. But I really hope you do feel like I covered enough to help you start a channel and, you know, kind of gain the confidence to be able to do it. And I'm just a normal person from Newcastle, normal school, normal background, normal family, and I have managed to make a success of social media. And that being said, I think anybody can do it. I think if you're in it for the right reasons and you have the passion, the dedication, the motivation and the entertainment side, then I definitely think that this could be something that anybody can do. But don't underestimate it. Don't think that it isn't going to take your time, and don't think you're going to wake up one morning and have 100,000 followers, because unless you're Emma Chamberlain, that is not going to happen. You do have to dedicate time, work and effort into it, and yeah, I do believe if you do that, you can make a successful channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, for your continuous love and support. I really hope you enjoyed. If you've got any other video suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I love hearing your suggestions, and I try to do them all of the time because I want to provide content that you like, and I really like these sit down chat videos. If you have another video idea that you would like us to do in my Let's Chat series, leave it in the comments below. I do have a full playlist where we talk about money, we talk about growing YouTube channels, and I have a full playlist on Let's Chat which I have linked below. Thank you so much for your love and support, and I'll see you again shortly for another one. Bye.